talked to Dickie V earlier about his sleepers in the tournament. What teams could do some damage? You and I haven't talked about that at all. What teams do you think can pull off an upset here and there?
Well, I talked about it in the first hour, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, but SMU is going to cause more problems. It's not because of my relationship with Larry Brown. He knows how to coach and teach, and I'll tell you, that team, think about CSU next year. And they have a veteran team there, but Larry Stacy will put together another good team next year. And there's going to be a real pissed-off team in Fort Collins, NIT aside, tonight. Who are they playing? North Dakota State? Or is that the color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do me a favor. Over the next couple of weeks, don't ask me any questions about the NIT or the CBI. I don't care.
Well, I'm the guy
I'm not
here
watching. I'm not following it at all.
Yeah, well, I'm the guy following the CBI and the NIT.
You're in charge then.
Yeah, right. I'm all over it. But SMU was the CSU of last year, if you remember. And they had a lot of motivation this year. They are determined to, and I know I'm talking about this. You think it's all about my relationship with Larry Brown.
I was asking
if it was. They are determined to show people that they were wrong last year, that team belonged in there last year. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen with that CSU next year. I really, we had Paul Klee, and he's Gonzaga. You can't say they're darlings of the tournament anymore.
No, they've been to the Elite Eight a number of
Cinderella.
times. Yeah.
You always got to pay attention to the Zags and to the Butler Bulldogs, and you got to be like my mother. I'm telling you, if you haven't filled out your bracket, my mother won an ESPN tournament. You know how she did it? A bracket, ESPN.
Tell me. Vacations, animals, what?
Dogs and cats. Cats and dogs sleeping together. And you're all going to laugh out there watching this segment. This segment will be the most important segment we have today. The piece of information I gave you is more important than what Dick Vitale says or anybody else. My mother picked cats and dogs. And think about that. Kentucky Wildcats, Butler Bulldogs, go around to all the Tigers, Pit Bulls. Is there a Pit Bull team in there?
I don't think a Pit Bull. There's a Singer Pit Bull.
But so if you don't have cats and dogs, you get derivatives of that. Wolves,
leopards.
All the animals that are cats.
Cheetahs.
All the dogs. If you think about that, and then if you don't have that, then she went with a color, red, white, and blue. That was because she's an American. So I'm giving you how to pick it, because the guy stopped me yesterday and he said, "Would you go through my bracket?" And I said, "Your bracket's not any good." He said, "Why do you say that? All brackets are not any good. Who picks it?"
A perfect bracket. All right, let me give you two teams that I think could pull off an upset or two down the road. Okay. First of all, I like the Wildcats of Davidson. And I believe that the teams,
I rest my case.
The teams historically that have pulled off some of the bigger upsets are teams that get good guard play, that don't turn the ball over, that play good perimeter defense, that shoot the ball well. Shoot the ball well. And I think the Davidson Wildcats do all of those things. Now, if they're going to win, they're going to have to win a high-scoring game because they don't play any defense. But I think they could pull it off. And then, did you see the other night when Georgia State played? Did you see what happened to their coach? He tore his Achilles tendon, during the celebration after Georgia State won and got into the tournament.
So you think that's going to help the team?
No. But it is a platform for me to dive off into Georgia State. Georgia State has three guards that are really good. One of them is an NBA prospect named Hunter. I think it's Ron Hunter. Another kid was recruited by Kentucky and transferred to Georgia State, so you know he's a good player. And the third guy, you know who the third guard is? Kevin Ware. Remember that name? The kid who broke his leg for Louisville? He transferred from Louisville to Georgia State. Wow. So I think those two teams, Davidson and Georgia State.
Good information. Do you know what their nickname is?
Georgia State?
Yeah.
Is it the... No, I don't know. I was going to say Bulldogs, but that's Georgia.
Yeah.
What's Georgia State's nickname?
I don't know. I was asking.
Somebody look up Georgia State's nickname,
probably dogs
please.
and cats. I was looking for a bracket while you were talking because I want to go through a bracket, and you'd go, people are giving LSU a shot.
I am. I've got them in my Final Four.
What's their nickname?
The Wildcats.
No.
LSU? The Tigers, I'm sorry.
Bayou Bengals,
Yeah.
the Tigers.
Yeah.
I just am saying, if you go through it and think about it, what's a Zag? Wouldn't that be a dog?
I don't. Well, that's not they're Bulldogs. They're the Bulldogs, but people
Gonzaga?
call them the Zags.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Butler, Bulldogs. Let's take Georgetown.
Did you know a Saluki?
Hoya is
a Saluki is a dog.
That's
from
right.
ancient Egypt.
That's why I said, if you are at home, I'm giving this information. You go cats and dogs, then red, white, and blue, and that will take care of everybody in the tournament except Georgetown. That's where I was going, because you know what a Hoya is?
A Hoya is a dog, I believe.
It's a rock.
A rock?
It's a rock. It's what they call the rock on the campus. It's a Hoya.
The guys just told me what Georgia State's nickname is. You're going to love this. Panther. The Panthers.
That's why I was looking for the bracket. If we went through the bracket,
there are a lot of cats in this tournament.
Cats and dogs. Cats and dogs sleeping together. Cats and dogs falling from the sky. It's raining cats and dogs. Look at that.